right back. Merry Christmas, Part 2. Now, like I say, earlier, I hope I didn't offend anybody. Smoking cigars with Howlinblind, smoking my 1066 Dark Knight. Let me tell you what's coming in the mail today. Rocky Patel, 5 by 50, I think it's 5 1/4 by 54, 5 by 54, Robusto Maduros. Can't wait to try them. Rocky Patel makes some great cigars. But anyway, now, so don't get all bent out of shape over Christmas. You know, I'm not going to say I get offended when I see a Christmas card or when I hear a Christmas song sang. I'm not going to say that. Did you hear about the story up in Boston? I believe it was. This little kid, he's got a learning disability, they say. Sounds like the kid's pretty smart. Gets kicked out of school because he draws a picture of Jesus on a cross. And that's offensive to somebody. So they kick the kid out of school. And to get him back in school, the dad has to have the kid psychologically evaluated to make sure he's not a threat to the other kids. Oh no, he's going to nail some kids to a cross. Society has caused these fucking problems, folks. And if that's what the kids, and that's the kids' belief. You know, I agree with the dad. We see murder, rape, and pillage and crime and shit on TV every day, and nobody gets offended. Let's start suing the television stations, the news, every time they show a story of crime and murder and rape. Oh, I'm offended by that. I don't believe that stuff. Anyway, now let's move on to something more important. ClimateGate. Is the is the Earth actually warming up? Do we have global warming? I watched the news last night, something I very rarely do, and they were saying on Christmas, the warmest Christmas recorded was in 1893 or 1898 or something, or 1888 or something like. The warmest Christmas, it was 78 degrees. Bottom line, in our area for Christmas, 78 degrees on December 25th and back in the 1800s. The coldest Christmas, they said, that has been recorded was -7 degrees of 1988. Sounds like global warming, doesn't it? Sounds like we're warming up. No, it sounds like we're cooling off. It was hotter back in the 1800s than it is now. Parents, wake up. Come on. Dadgummit. This earth is the most stable rock ever. We're not going to destroy it. We can't destroy it. We can't, just because we spray hairspray that is going to go up into the ozone and deplete it and cause the earth to melt and global ice caps to melt and polar bears turn back into grizzly bears. You look at me with a question mark on your head. What's your question? You're asking me, haven't polar bears always existed? No. No. Back a long time ago, I'll answer your question. Thanks for the question. I appreciate that. Back a long time ago, I forget how many years, but way, way, way back, it was warm at the North Pole. And because of that warmness, the bears that existed up there were all brown grizzly bears. No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Check it out. Here's what happened. As the North Pole started to freeze, some of these bears adapted. The other ones moved away when it got cold. The other bears adapted and stayed. And through evolution, their coat turned white, for whatever reason that would be, probably to reflect the cold or absorb the warmth of the sun. Their paws changed. Their eating habits changed. They developed skills that, and they turned into what are called polar bears. The only reason they're called polar bears is because some scientists said, they live at the North Pole. Let's call them polar bears. But they were grizzly bears one time before. I thought you knew that. Oh, well. Learn something new every day. Anyway, if if global warming is going on and it starts warming up at the North Pole, those polar bears will just turn back into grizzly bears. This Copenhagen thing that Barack Obama is in, if he goes and signs that treaty, when he comes back and he lands, he should be arrested and thrown in jail for treason, because what he is doing is against the Constitution of America. He's selling our sovereignty to a world government who is going to be in charge of charging us usage for carbon monoxide emitting whatevers. You warm your house with natural gas or electricity, you're going to be charged extra money. Now, here's the thing with that cap and trade and the Copenhagen Treaty and all that. It is not going to save the environment. It is not going to change how much pollution is sent up. It's just going to take your money for doing it. Wake up, friends. This earth is not going to be destroyed unless God wants it to be destroyed. And in part 3, I'll explain why I don't think this earth will be destroyed. One more part, and I'll be right back.